it kind of reminded me of something I wrote down here 3 minutes before the show. But is there an unspoken agreement between reviewers and viewers? Is there, because I know,
I do. I have one. I know we were talking to people, want to display ABC XYZ, and they're like, oh, well, we don't want to put any of these companies in a bad light because we have good relationships with these brands. And in my head, I'm like, fuck that. I have a good relationship with my viewer. That's the only relationship that matters. I don't care about these brands. These brands don't care about me.
Right.
What? You think Samsung cares about you? No. You think Sony cares about you? No. Those companies don't care. Right? I care about keeping it real with my viewers. When Vizio asked me to make a review out of their TV, which I knew was going to be a subpar review, subpar TV, right? Because of the price point and how big it was. I was like, hey, look, I'm not going to show you this video, and I'm going to be brutally honest. So if you want to send it, cool. And sure enough, they sent, I talked exactly about what I saw. We are in I sit like 120 degrees off axis. And do you know what happened to the color on the TV? Oh my God. Even my wife was like, why is the color all messed up? I'm like, because we're not sitting right in front of it. And she's like, is this why? I'm like, you're used to a $4,000 TV. This is an $800 TV in the same size. There's clearly a difference. Yeah. And so, they emailed me, thank you for your honest review. And that was it. And like a year later, they sponsored some other videos. It's not like they like.
That's like LG. Remember, they sent us to CES, right? So LG they're the ones who said, all right, these guys are cool. This is why they can come into CES, right? Because you have to have some kind of
it's a trade thing. It's not open to the public yet.
But that was right after I crapped on their soundbar, and they even sent me a thing for the holidays with a cookie that said like Joe and Tell, and one was like happy, and the other one was all like grumpy because I
They sent you a happy
joke out of it. They thought it was funny, but I was honest in my review, and they still, we're still cool.
Yeah.
So anyway,
right, let's go.
So do you have an agreement with your viewers? So me, I feel like I have an unspoken agreement, and it's that I'm gonna be honest about these things. That's the agreement. And my rant was more saying, this is not a written agreement. We don't have a written contract. So it's just kind of like assumed. And my video was more that maybe other reviewers don't feel like they have that agreement with you. So maybe you should be careful, because it's your fault if you assume that they're thinking like we're thinking or how I'm thinking. Maybe they have a different agenda, and that's totally cool with them. And it's not my place to even say what they should and shouldn't do. It's your place to decide, do I trust this person? Does it seem like they have this agreement? Because at the end of the day, I'm talking to the viewer. It's your responsibility. Buyer beware. I said that last time.
Yeah.
It's your responsibility to make sure that you're not getting scammed and, tricked into doing stuff. At the end of the day, it's up to you guys.
So actually, I can answer that one with an email that I just have had exchanges with a manufacturer for Airtie, who they were at the Florida Audio Expo. I heard some of their speakers, so I reached out and asked if they would be willing to send a sample for review, and they were like, sure. And they kind of just, asked me what my typical thing was. And I said, reviews typically take me anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks unless I run into any hiccups, and I typically don't provide manufacturers any insight into my review or data. The exception would be if I see something that doesn't make sense or differs from any previously published data. I do this as a means to keep any manufacturer influence down, and my audience has grown to trust me because of this. There are, however, cases where I feel it necessary, and I will let the audience know. And their reply was just like, cool, like no problems. We're going to send the speaker out anyway. We were just kind of curious what your process was. So I basically over-explained for no reason, but that's my answer. I mean, that's literally the email that I sent to a manufacturer, and it's the same thing every single time. I've had one manufacturer try to get me to sign something, and you guys might remember it. If I said the name, you would definitely remember it, and I'm not. But I basically replied back to them like, you're nuts. I'm not doing any of that. You're getting free advertisement from me. by me even reviewing this thing at all, because otherwise, how else are people going to know you're a brand new company? And no, I'm not going to be liable for any damages. I'm not going to hold on to my review. You're not going to get to see it earlier. And I thought they would not appreciate that, but they came back and they were like, okay, sorry. We'll send you a paired review. I was like, cool. Mm-hmm. That was that.
Yeah. Yeah. Some companies want you. Well, I remember somebody wanted like my credit card. I'm like, credit card?
I ain't
get out of here.
That.
For
no.
what?
Let's be real, man. I mean, we really are an extension of marketing. That's really the only reason why anybody would loan us anything to review, is if they think it would help put them in a positive light, and I know that it doesn't change the fact that I'm going to do my typical process of a review, but I'm not stupid.
Yeah, see, Davon says you can definitely tell when a reviewer doesn't want to talk negatively about a brand, especially on a live podcast. When you ask questions about the brand, they'll start dancing. I will tell you this. I do not like Yamaha AVRs. 100%. I do not.
Does.
Croson, he loves it. But hey, those Yamaha 2 channels, oh, that's a different story. Okay, the AVRs need some work. Anyway,
you read an email. You're way more professional. So this company, Knob Sound, Duke Audio, right? Chinese. So Knob Sound, yeah, seriously.
Knob Sound.
Okay.
Knob Sound. They said, hey, we have this 5.1 channel amp, and we want you to review it or something like. And I just said, I'm real quick because I have to. There's a lot of them. You get a lot of these requests. Yeah. I said, I'm interested in taking a look at it. Is it okay if I evaluate it first? Basically, so it says, one thing I don't like is if an amplifier has high hiss or high noise floor. And I've made a video about that. I hate, if this thing is noisy, I don't even send it. Save your money, because I'm going to just crap on it.
I remember that. Yeah.
And they're like, I said, if it doesn't have that issue or other major flaws, go ahead and send it. So that's basically it. And they're like, yeah, that's fine. And then they're like, oh, this is what we've tested. Mm-hmm. And I haven't even tried this out. It could be a noisy mess, hopefully, but I warned them first. If it sucks, you're going to get it.
Yeah.
They also sent me this. Look at it. I got my Macintosh too. Right?
Oh, Macintosh. Look.
Those are cool, man.
I'm like, dude, send that thing.
You just got the meters. Is that a Hackintosh?
Yeah, that's a Hackintosh. So that's the name of it.
Hacked it up.
I just said, you know what? They're like, do you want me to send anything else? I'm like, people ask about this thing. And I made a little YouTube short about this and basically said, I hope this does absolutely nothing to the sound.
Yeah.
If it doesn't do anything to the sound and makes them looks cool, I'm totally cool with that. I'm already happy.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
CJ says, I like it when you guys give your honest opinion. Not everyone is able to view or test products like you all. I live outside the US, so some products I have to go to YouTube to get something for.
Make sure to join us every Monday for our live stream at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern at youtube.com/Daily HiFi.